Welcome back to the 3-hour news show. You are still watching our signature segment, See the Stories. The humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza, Palestine, is devastating. However, there are some survivors who were able to leave Gaza and are currently living in Indonesia.
And not only that, they also try to rebuild new life by establishing businesses here in Jakarta. Joining us in the studio is Amar Abu Ali, the founder of Elite's Cafe, who will share with us his story about leaving Palestine and starting a new life here in Jakarta. Hello.
Hello. Assalamu alaikum, Amar. How are you?
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Hello, Alia. Hello, Yani.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
You're most welcome. Firstly, I would like to thank you for giving this opportunity, and thank you for hosting me in this nice show. Thank you for the audience.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, we're happy to have you here in the studio, and we're happy as well to see a Palestinian, a Gazan to be precise, now coming to Jakarta and establish the life here. So tell us a story. How have you come about that you have left Gaza, and now that you are here in Jakarta, what were the biggest challenges that you faced during your time in Gaza with all these catastrophe that has been going on for more than a year now?
Well, before that, I have to mention that we had a life over there. I was working as a business high school teacher at the British International School. I had my own business. We were exporting some Indonesian goods to Gaza. We had some connections, some business. We had a nice life over there. I was engaged. We had some properties over there. But after this devastating conflict, like you can say, we lost everything nearly.
Right. Now, what suddenly made you think that to leave Gaza is the best decision to make?
Well, previously we had several wars at Gaza Strip, to be precise, like 2008, 2009, the first war. After that, I think it was in 2012, 2014. It was like the longest war during that time. It was 51 days. After that, the last war, or the one before the current war, it was in 2021. But right now, this war, we did not expect or anticipate it will be that long.
Yeah.
Like, we thought that it will be 1 month, 2 months maximum, but unfortunately, till now, it's 13 months, it's still counting, and still did not finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been over a year. But can you tell us, how do you manage to leave Gaza, and what was the journey like? Were there moments of uncertainty or fear during the escape that still stand out in your mind?
After we lost our house on the 24th of October, it was like the second week in the war, it has been bombed. We have been moved to another property for us. So it was...
So you moved to another property with other families?
The other families, they moved to other relatives' house,
Oh,
but
relatives.
luckily we had our own property, another property.
And then?
It was in central Khan Younis. We moved over there. We started to resettle over there. We thought that whatever is done, even though it was like a very devastating experience. Like, I don't wish anyone to experience that. It was bombing. I lost 19 of my cousins. My father got heavily injured in his shoulder. Yeah, the thing that we have been through, it was very hard, but still, even though we tried to resettle in our the another house, our second house, but even though, and sometimes in December, we have been displaced again. From Khan Younis to Rafah,
Right.
because we got alerted that it will be invaded. Khan Younis will be no longer a safe city, so we have to leave to Rafah. So we went to our relative house in Rafah. It was hard. In that time, we have decided that we need to leave.
Right.
Until that we know what will be going on and what will be after the war.
Yeah. So you decided to leave Palestine through Rafah crossing before they invaded Khan Younis and then Rafah crossing.
Exactly, but unfortunately to leave Gaza Strip through Rafah border, it was very hard. We had to pay money. We paid $5,000 per person.
Wow.
And how many people?
We were four. Me,
Four of you.
my parents, and my fiancée, who later became now my wife.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. So in total, $20,000 has been paid.
Just to get you out.
Just to leave.
Yeah, just to leave. And you're leaving your own home country, your own home country.
Exactly.
Okay, so when did you touch foot in Indonesia, on Indonesian land? And how did you feel about the new environment? I mean, Indonesia is so big with what's happening in Palestine. We're like the biggest supporter of Palestine as well. How do you feel when you arrive here?
Indonesia, it was like my best option, because I have been in Indonesia many times.
Oh, yeah.
I came 2018, 2019, but unfortunately after that it was COVID.
Yeah.
I couldn't come, and I was busy with business. I had some relatives over here, some connections, some friends. We were doing some business. I was exporting goods and raw material from Indonesia to Gaza. We had some business. So Indonesia, in terms of business, in terms of people, in terms of culture, I was familiar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been here often. You've been here a couple of times. But what were some of the cultural differences that were most striking to you?
There are some cultural differences, but they were not striking to me. They were encouraging me to come.
Oh,
The-
like what?
The Indonesian people are very friendly,
All right.
very kind, very respectful. So that was like encouraging me to come to Indonesia and to live in Indonesia and to start my family over here and to have my future kids over here and to settle down over here in Jakarta, Indonesia.
All right. Well, I mean, you have started a new life here in a completely different country than yours. So tell us the journey and that you started the business from scratch. What were the challenges, the biggest thing that you had to face? And we learned that you opened up a restaurant or a cafe.
A cafe, yes.
And you chose like the exact place because you feel that, the location is very key.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at the time that I reached Egypt 28th of March 2024, this year. So after that, I started to study my options. My best option, it was Indonesia. Through my connections and my friends, they started to set up my business, the PT company. I called it Elite Universal Services. Okay, I made my residency, my titas for me and my wife. We rented the house. After that, we came to Indonesia. So I came to Indonesia exactly 11th of May.
11th of May.
Exactly.
Okay.
After that, I was trying to make a unique place to integrate both culture, the Palestinian and the Indonesian culture. And the cafe or the restaurant idea popped up in my mind. After that, I started to search for a location. The location, in my opinion, is the most important factor.
Yeah.
So it was Station Gambier. Yes, Gambier
Not too
train
far
station.
from here.
Yeah, certainly not too far.
Not too far from here.
Exactly, we can finish and go over there to
Oh,
my
yeah,
cafe.
thank you for the invitation.
It's good.
But don't worry about it, I brought the food with me.
Alhamdulillah. Well, I mean, how did you have any experiences that really is touchy when you touched down Indonesia, Jakarta to be precise? Is there any...
In the food and beverage business, it was my first time.
Yeah, I mean, for yourself and maybe your future wife at that time, what was the experiences that you felt, Were you relieved? Were you, I don't know, were you scared when you landed here?
I was sad that I left my home country. I left, and also due to the loss that we lost over there in terms of lives, like my relatives, my materialistic business, the warehouse, the goods, the properties, the cars.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of stuff over there, but the good thing that when I landed to Indonesia, it wasn't weird or strange for me. I felt that like I'm in my second home.
So,
Second home.
yeah, that's really nice to hear. Did you leave any family members back in Gaza? Or
Relatives, friends, colleagues, students.
yeah.
You left everyone. All right. Okay, so what inspired you to open a cafe instead of maybe other businesses? And how did you, begin to set up your business completely with a completely different market, foreign market to be precise?
My other business is still running. I run it online, which is the general trading, the exporting business. But I wanted a place for me. I wanted something realistic, like to invite the people, to have the meetings. I wanted an office for me.
Yeah.
So the cafe popped up in my mind, and after that, I decided that I will make something Indonesian, Palestinian. I want to integrate both cultures together. The Palestinian culture and the Indonesian culture both integrated together in my cafe. And alhamdulillah, I made it, and the people liked it.
Yeah. Well, now we can't wait to,
Yeah.
start tasting the food.
True that. Palestine and Indonesia have been good friends for so long as well. And I guess
Exactly.
it's just a noble dream as well to reconnect them at your place. Maybe it could be a majlis of Palestinians and Indonesian. All right, we'll still continue our discussion and see the stories will continue after the break. And Amar will introduce us to his Palestinian traditional food. So stay here, don't go anywhere.